Damages done times bought 3.5 years. Congratulations, OPP Spencer Mills 14716. You are a murdering terrorist. Ex Chief or Commander, year 2019. You are a murdering pedophile terrorist. Staff Sergeants, years 2019 2021. You are kidnapping, sex offending, murdering terrorist. Shannon Cork, you are a murdering terrorist. Robert Kane, you are a murdering terrorist. Robert Lucas, you are a murdering terrorist. Shelley Hafner, you are a murdering terrorist. Stacy, a mental health worker. Was Daphne Daily Tea Company, you are a murdering terrorist. Ones that aid you in your crimes and co-commit and cover up with criminal negligence and intent from CEO, Lennox and Eddington Hospital, to administration, to patient relations, to having victims falsely charged to aid in covering up crimes, and to also aid in an attempt to give victims criminal records because of wanting doctors charged for crimes that they are guilty of for 3 years, 3.5 years. So as a result, they co-conspired with OPP to have me charged. And that was also done so OPP could get my prints, pictures, signatures, and everything they needed for this, for identity theft, forgeries, framings, and frauds against me. And I will not be proven wrong. Spencer Mills 14716. Once again, you are a serial killing fucking terrorist. Conveniently, all the police involved now left, transferred to further distance themselves to avoid arrest, to avoid lawsuits against themselves and OPP. Time has been bought, damage has been done, no feeling in my head, no feeling in my face, full skull deforming, full identity changes with proof, full brain, right side, gone, kidneys, gone, lung, gone, full on my right side, damaged, while being called a liar, while being prevented from help. This is why OPP murder in Napanee, poor, homeless, elderly, disabled. They got the hospital here, they got a justice of the peace, and they know that there is no way to fight them monetarily or any other way. Once they cast their lies, you're fucked. This is done to me, and it's done to me by a 25-year-old fucking punk named Tyler Benalstein, or Tyler Lake. Jason Gimpy Two Step Benalstein, who is a serious fucking crackhead who sucks OPP dick. Blair Hardy, who is co-offender, drug trafficker, boyfriend of Spencer Mills, serial killer as well. William Bill Woldridge, one harbored inmate that they will not arrest or touch because that will prove that they are harboring fucking inmates that are wanted on Canada-wide warrants possibly, and then using them to commit crimes and identity thefts to stay free for OPP revenge for speaking of their crimes since 2019 and being shot by the ex-OPP and somebody in a black truck in August of 2019, and then all of this bullshit started after me speaking of the human homeless trafficking out of the Morning Star mission and the homeless exploitation for monetary gain, i.e., using the coldest night of the year, which they just raised over $100,000 again. OPP should be making a lot of money. I bet they have new houses and cars and dread and a lot of nice friggin' clothes. They make their money through human trafficking. They make their money through identity thefts. They make their money through financial thefts and frauds, causing homelessness, to steal welfares and disabilities, financial thefts and frauds, bank thefts and frauds, insurance policies, taking out insurance policies on the victims and collecting on them. Isn't that right, Spencer Mills? Isn't that right, Blair Hardy? Isn't that right, Billy Woldridge, like you did to my mother? After stalking her, calling her mom, phoning her, giving her threatening messages and everything else before you murdered her, caused her death. I'm Chris Wood. I'm a revenge retaliation victim. Time's been bought. Damage is done. Now you know OPP and the rest of you pieces of shit. You can get away with any crime in Napanee, especially your little bastards, because they know now they'll be protected while being money paid and drug fed through the police for their crimes, i.e., Tyler Lake, Vinal Stein, Blair Hardy, and Waldridge Hartwick, and the rest of them that they're using as well for drop charges, for get out of jail free cards, whatever the fucking case may be. And I will not be proven wrong. Seriously corrupt, seriously dangerous, guilty of domestic terrorism as well, and guilty of treason, guilty of slavery, guilty of many homicides and cover ups with the ones named, including Lennox and Addington Hospital, with intent. And I have proven it. So I spoke police crimes, and this is what happened to me. Full fucking damage to my head and my skull with proof, and still being called a liar and not being able to do a damn thing about it. Doctors laughing in my face over being sodomized and more through cops and their boss, Billy Waldridge, and then trying to have me committed for it, being called a retard, being locked in fucking rooms, being name called, and then I would walk out, and then they were making it look like I was refusing treatment, and that wasn't the case. I'm not going to be belittled and treated like a piece of shit by pieces of shit doctors. File falsifications and everything else, discriminations, treatment refusals with criminal negligent intent. All because of Stacy and OPP casting their lies and Tatiana falsifying my file to pass around to prevent me help and proof of what has taken place with me for 3.5 years. This is how you assure your murders, and you're using your fucking lowlifes who you will not touch unless you are getting $22,000 extorting money from the poor. They know that they cannot afford to pay, and this is why no arrest will happen. I've tried to get it, and they will also surround hands on guns, and I have proven it just what they will do to obstruct, to save their own asses, to save their doctors. I bet there's a lot of money being passed back and forth, not an accusation either. In the meantime, I'm the end of my bloodline. My mother was murdered, and my identity theft is done. So, congratulations, you fucking filth. I'm not gonna suck any OPP dick. Congratulations, you little bastard. Blair Hardy trying to turn me into a fucking vegetable like the rest of these cocksuckers.